Howdy, folks. Bluesboyjag here, yet another cigar box guitar lesson. But first, 4-string, single coil, my father's. This is the first box of this type that I've come across. Nice and big, that's what she said. So this is a 4-string tuned open G. Check out my website, jagshouse.com. Been making cigar box guitars since 2004. Order directly off of my website. All right, now to the lesson. Rolling and tumbling. 3-string cigar box guitar lesson. Alright, so what we have here is an open G 3-string cigar box guitar. This is a 5th string tuned down to G from a regular electric guitar set. It's a .10 set, but you can use any gauge you like. This is a 4th string, which is normally D, and it is also D on this. So this is a regular old 4-string tune, normal to D, and a 3rd string from a regular 6-string guitar tuned to G. So, A down to G, D normal to D, and G normal to G. So this requires a slide, obviously. I use metal, and I use all sorts of different types. I have some glass ones. My hat's crooked. Sorry, driving me crazy. So I use metal, glass, brass. It all depends on the guitar I'm using and the kind of sound that I want. So if you have any experience playing slide guitar, you know that you have to slide with your fingers behind the slide. Unless you want a bright tone. If you want to kind of mute a little bit, I use my 2nd finger behind the slide. Sometimes my 1st finger touches the strings as well. That just kind of keeps the distortion from getting out of hand, keeps the bright overtones from getting out of hand as well. So if you notice me playing like this, my 2nd and 1st finger are touching the strings behind the slide. So just wanted to let you know that. So this song is in the key of G, but it starts on the 4 chord, which is going to be your C chord. So you're sliding into the 5th fret bar chord all the way across, which is your C chord. And I'm sliding about 1.25 frets up. So I'm right on top of the fret, of course. That's how you play slide. So I'm going from this fret to that fret. So it's kind of a C flat to a C. So I'm playing an open G before that though. And I'm sliding. And I'm using that 1st finger to keep my overtones down so I don't have a whole lot of bright stuff going on here. Now, you may or may not be able to hear this, but here I go without using that 1st finger behind the slide. I'm only pressing or touching the strings with the slide by itself. So you see how loud that is, or how bright that is, and that's fine. If you like it bright, that's cool. I like it a little bit dim, so to speak. So here it is with my 1st and 2nd finger behind the slide, touching all the strings. Here it is without me touching all the strings. So if you want it bright, go with that. If you want it a little bit more subdued, I use my 1st and 2nd finger behind the slide. So to backtrack, you're starting from 0 and you're sliding from 4.5 to 5. I'm going back down to the open and then sliding into the 3rd fret after that. 5th fret. Now I'm going to go down to the 3rd. Now, a lot of people have trouble doing a backup and a slide. That's what I call it. So I'm playing a slide from the 2nd fret to the 3rd fret, then I'm going back down to the 2nd fret and strumming again. A lot of people who start out get frustrated because this is what it sounds like. If you don't want that row, row, you got to mute with your finger. Or do a real quick slide up. And that gets rid of that weird, awkward slide back. Unless you want that, right? If you're doing a slow slide song, then that's pretty common. All right, so back to the riff. Now, that is undoubtedly the hardest part of this song. My cap is still crooked. Dang it. Okay. I'm also muting with that hand, by the way. I forgot to mention it. Now, the next lick is... Now, I've been over this a couple of times before. This is how I strum. You don't have to strum this way, but this is how I strum. And I'll show you how other people strum as well. So what I'm doing is... down, up, down, up, down, up, all the way through. Now, I may not be hitting the string sometimes. That's all downs, except for the last one was an up. Right? So you just kind of feel the groove, and then you listen to it, and you experiment with your hand doing the down, up, down, up. You'll kind of get the drift of it. And you can kind of change it up. You don't have to do it exactly the way I do it. But for those of you who want to know, that's how I'm doing it. I'm doing a... string on the 3rd fret, back down to 0, and that's of course using my slide from 2 to 3. That's a slow slide, obviously. So I'm going from 2.5 to 3. I'm going from here to here, not much at all. So you got to do it real slow and careful. So, as long as you make it sound that way, it doesn't really matter how you do your strum, right? A lot of people are asking me, how do you do the down, up, down, up? I'm also muting after that. I'm going ba dum bum dum bim da bum bam bum bum. I love to mute. I mute all the friggin' time when I'm playing slide. It's just how I play. I can't not mute. Sometimes I'll do a couple other things here and there, but 90% of the time I mute. That's just me, though. That's just what I prefer. So I'm going muting with that hand. And I'm only fretting that 3rd string on the 3rd fret. But I'm playing all 3 when I do that. So it's... So you're hearing some of those up strums. So that's up strum, obviously. So that's just how I do it. I think it's 3 times. Thing here. Notice I'm choking off that chord after that short slide. And I'm just flopping my 1st and 2nd finger there. I'm sure you do it all the time on a regular tune guitar. All right, so there's only one more part to this song. I'm going up to the 7th fret, to 5, 0 to 3, 0. I think I did that wrong the first time. Let me do that again. And let me just start from the top. I'm doing a little fancy kind of a trill there, vibrato with a slide. Notice how I slid into that. Also doing a really tiny slide up. It's a half a fret slide up from the middle of the 3rd fret to on top of the fret. Gives it that kind of a growl sound, gives it that punch or whatever you want to call it. And that's the whole song, folks. Doing there is the same riff. When I woke up this morning, I couldn't tell right from wrong. And that's the whole thing. Now, one other thing you can do, instead of using the open G, you can go up to the 12th fret. So you might go. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my channel, please subscribe and spread the word. Be sure and check out my cigar box guitar catalog. I've been making cigar box guitars since 2004, over 4,000 sold. This is one of them. 3-string, single coil. Bolt for a bridge, perfectly in tune. Acoustic electric, 25.5-inch scale. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.